Breathtaking, awe-inspiring, heart-stirring, mind-blowing. That's what the journey across Switzerland has been so far. Blood-pumping, heart-thumping, hair-raising, spine-chilling. That's what Swiss Made Challenge 4 has been through this journey. 7 weeks, 7 challengers, 7 cantons. A series of tasks and challenges. One by one, they all got eliminated. Only 3 survived to continue the fight. Of them, one will emerge the winner of Swiss Made Challenge.
You need to pack your bags and go back home from Switzerland.
Sania Batra, the one challenger that everyone had least expected to go even beyond the first task, has made it to the finale.
Let's see what happens. I swear to God, it's not that it's not feeling, it's feeling like a bitch. Please don't record this.
But will her spirit get her past the finish line? Akash Malhotra. Everyone thought he was all brawn and no brain.
Personally, putting a lot of logic isn't my forte.
And he proved them all wrong. He has always come out strong, but with his severe leg injury, can one of the girls beat him at the game?
Hold on.
Okay.
Anamika Datta. She's made it a habit to come last and then finish first.
I lost my way again.
Will her fighting spirit give her the edge she needs? Will that trend emerge in the finale task? Stay on with us for the next 1 hour to see which of these 3 will emerge as the ultimate winner of Swiss Made Challenge. They started their journey in Zurich, and after having travelled across the country 1500 kilometers later from the Lake Geneva region, they now make their way to the Bernese Oberland. The higher part of the canton of Bern, the area around the valleys of the Bernese Alps, will be the final battleground in Swiss Made Challenge. The central town and the most popular stop is Interlaken, a dream for adventure junkies. Set between the shimmering turquoise waters of Lake Brienz and Lake Thun. But where they begin is a town by the same name as Lake Thun, the town of Thun.
It's the finale of Swiss Made Challenge and tensions are building. But that does not stop us from traveling. Here's a list of top 5 must-dos that I recommend. I'd recommend you do is walk around the old town of Thun, and in the evening find yourself a table in any of the cafes that are by the waterfront, if you can find a table, because this place is packed and it looks impossible to get a seat. Let me find one.
River Aare flows into Lake Thun, and a city by the same name was located here. Often overlooked by Indian travellers while coming to the region, Thun surprisingly has an immensely beautiful and vibrant riverside. Perfect place for at least a night's halt. Bollywood bigwigs all come to Switzerland to shoot. If not for a big part of the film, then most definitely a song or two. And Interlaken tops the list amongst many other spots. The lush green meadows and pristine blue rivers against the clear sky do inspire romance. As a traveller, I'd say bring out the romantic in you, get a spring in your step, and waste a day on humming your favourite tunes. Breathtaking paragliding, spine-chilling canyon jumping, awe-inspiring canyoning, These are amongst the few adventure spots available here. You dream it and Interlaken has it. Land, water or air. This is the hub of all adventure activities in Switzerland. For me, Interlaken literally translates to adrenaline. Take your pick and take the leap.
If you're in the Bernese Oberland, on the list of must-dos, there's one no-brainer. You've got to climb the Eiger. If not, then right behind that is the Jungfrau Joch.
If you've come this far, make a trip to the top of Europe. Jungfrau Railway from early 20th century has been a functional saddle between the Monch and the Jungfrau, making the area one of the most visited places in all of the Alps. Why? Just look at this beauty and I don't even need to tell you why it makes it to my top 5. The newest kid on the adventure block. The jet boat gives you a spectacular ride on the turquoise waters of Lake Brienz. Whether you have the need for speed or desire a 360-degree spin, or simply want to go thundering 500 meters down into the lake, this baby will make your world go round. On the other hand, the challengers' heads seem to be spinning with some other thoughts. Well, today is a day of do or die for them. And they need to make their own way from Start to Thun. Hope this trip has turned them into better equipped travelers. The 3 final challengers are traveling across the region, carrying their own luggage. Crossing gorgeous greens, changing trains, planning ahead, and reaching a town set on both sides of gorgeous River Aare. A town which inspires adventure.
I can watch these guys all day long, and that too in the middle of a city. I'm in Thun right now, which is one of the biggest towns in Bernese Oberland. The River Aare flows through it. They're rapid surfers all day long. This is also one of the oldest settlements of the canton and one of the most modern today.
And our challengers have finally arrived here, all limbs and luggage intact. They will be spending their last few nights in Switzerland in a hotel that is by this river. Sunny day, clear skies, cool breeze. It's the perfect atmosphere to really take a break. That's exactly what the locals and travelers are doing. But no time for the 3 challengers to put their feet up. Thun is a perfect balance of a big city with all its facilities and swanky cars. And holiday town with its easy vibe. Reach the hotel? Well, dump your luggage in your rooms and be on your way. It's time to hit Interlaken.
The 3 finalists of Swiss Made Challenge Season 4 will perform our first tasks of the finale, and we are going to do this in a very cool location. It's a place called Interlaken.
The adventure capital of Europe can drive you to a point where you start to push your limits beyond imagination. A must-stop for anybody and everybody who loves a bit of thrill in their lives. Snug between 2 lakes and in the shadow of endless mountains, the place is accessible for land, water and air sports.
Now we're all standing out, looking out over the lake, chilling, taking photos, enjoying, and in the distance I see a kind of a motorboat type of a thing coming. I'm like, look dude, that's so cool. Everybody's like, wow, that's super cool. It gradually gets nearer and nearer, and we see Neha standing like this. She's like standing like a boss. I mean, you've seen action movies where the hero does this and it's like so cool, and there's water flying behind them, high speed, and Neha is that hero.
Morning, challengers!
Morning!
How are you doing this morning?
Good, very good.
All set and excited?
Yes.
The three of you have made it to the finale of Swiss Made Challenge. We're going to have a series of tasks for you. You want to be first in all of them. Trust me. Are you guys all prepared?
Yes. Yes.
Today, things are going to be heating up and you want to keep your head cool. You are that close to the final line and you want to give it your all. So guys, for almost the last time, are you game?
Yes, we are.
Then let the games begin. They need to paddle down the river as fast as they can. As soon as the river ends, turn right and paddle along the lake shore to the Lido, grabbing the first flag of the day.
The beautiful town of Interlaken is also the hot spot for adventure. Some even call it the adventure capital of the world. Today, the series of tasks will be in and around Interlaken and our contestants need to prove their mettle. They have no idea what the tasks are, but right now they're gearing up to do just that.
As of now, we weren't informed what our task is going to be. We're just given the gear, so.
And we're like, oh, okay, are we doing scuba diving?
On a day like today, there's serious need for speed. So you're all set to speed it out?
Yeah.
As you're aware, we are in Interlaken and you'll have a series of tasks to do. The very first task is simple. All you have to do is get into your Funyacs, race with each other, do a 2-kilometer run on the glazed Lake Brienz. You will find 3 flags there. Grab your flags. We will be judging you on the basis of who grabs the flag first. This will be a timed race and the time will add on as the day increases. So, 3 of you, challengers in the finale, are you game?
Yes, we are. And ducks ready. Ready? So as soon as my captain jumped in the raft, I started pedaling as fast as possible because I knew that I wanted to take the lead.
I am loving this. It's like kayaking and funyaking, the river, the lake, it coats, and I love water sports.
Nice one.
These are Funyaks. This is basically a fun way to do kayak.
Then the rapid comes, and as soon as I enter the rapid, the water just flushes into my face, and I think that was the time when actually the water touched me. It was actually really, really cold water. So that time I felt like, okay, now this is going to be tough.
Oh, they're catching up. They're catching up.
My arms have actually lost all their strength.
I'm just trying to avoid hitting Sanya's Funyak from behind.
I'm trying to move as fast as I can, and suddenly I see that Anamika is crossing me, and I'm like, oh shit. And in like 5 seconds, she was way ahead of me.
And I'm...
Get to Neha, get to Neha. Hello, Akash. Well done. You're the first one to check in successfully. Hello, Anamika.
Hi, Neha.
end?
My arms still don't have the strength. Like, my arms are the weakest link I have right now. So I covered a lot of distance between Anamika and me, but still I came third.
By Switzerland Tourism, in association with Swiss International Airlines, Rail Europe.
Good job done, challengers on the fun yak. So we've got the second task ready and waiting.
While I was recovering with the shock of coming third, Neha tells us that this is not the end. Your next task starts now.
And this time you guys need to moonwalk.
And I'm thinking, okay, it's something about dancing. Oh, I'll do it.
We do not see Michael Jackson anywhere, and we do not see any kind of disco dance area or anything.
And then suddenly, we're shown the moonwalk.
Look right behind you. You have to swim, go to the smaller trampoline, get on it, walk across the tube. The bigger trampoline has flags. Each of you needs to collect 5 flags, but one at a time. Collect all your flags in the smaller trampoline, swim back to me. Akash, you came first in the fun yak, you go in first. 41 seconds later, Anamika, you go. 50 seconds after Anamika, Sanya, you go. Okay guys, ready to moonwalk?
Yeah.
One more time. Are you game?
Yes, we are.
I am 40 seconds behind Akash. So I take my position.
As soon as I fell in the water, where I just realized that, okay, now this is something which is going to be impossible for you, Akash.
Now this sounds very simple, but once you get onto that trampoline, it's mad. 2 steps and I was out in the water. Sanya is unable to climb up the rope ladder, and I am unable to help her, but I'm hanging on because I don't want to drift off. And then comes Akash. Akash had promised that he will push, shove, kick, do anything possible because he wants to win. But here's where the surprise came.
She was literally crying on the stairs, like she felt really helpless that what could she do, and at that point I really felt sorry for her.
He gave me his shoulder support and he was literally pushing me to get up. And Anamika, on the other hand, the little space that was left, she was trying to climb through that.
Sanya runs, slips into the water. Akash runs, slips into the water. I run and I get to the other side. And before you know it, I have my flag. I'm finding it easier and easier to run across to the other side.
Whoa.
And this time Akash had already fallen off like a couple of times, so I was like, yeah, it's not just me.
I run on the tube and 1, 2, 3, 4 again I slip and again in the water.
And surprisingly, like all my focus is on the other trampoline. I run and I'm not falling. And suddenly I fall onto the bigger trampoline and I've made it.
So I start running and right when I was about to reach, I fall down. It actually took all my confidence away and suddenly I started hating water.
So now I have 2 flags, and at this point it's getting really frustrating since my ankle is not really helping me out.
I just dive into the water with my flags, swim across, reach the shore, get to Neha.
Well done.
Task completed.
Well done. Woo! You can do it. Focus. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Well done.
I'm falling in the water again and again, and I really didn't think that I will be able to do all 3 flags, but somehow I managed it. I lost my arms, plus I lost my foot was already gone. So again, it was all about testing yourself, and I really wanted to prove myself at this point.
I never wanted to give up. But this moment, it wasn't about giving up or not giving up. I'm like crawling like a snail and not even being able to swim over there. My legs got jammed, my hands got jammed. My arms don't have any strength. I can't even swim. Can't even move my arms right now.
The task was, it's easy to look at, but once you're trying to get from one travel to the other, the only trick is to just run as fast as possible, because there's no way you're gonna walk on it like a moonwalk. I'm just worried because Akash here is bleeding and so is Sanya. They both chipped their nails.
Crazy fun. No problem.
How has Interlaken been to you, challengers?
Brilliant.
Amazing. Akash, Anamika, Sanya, the 3 of you have come this far. You've shown great spirits, great strength, and you've really played a competition like it should be played. So you should all be proud of yourself. Sanya, so far we've seen you come up each time, coming back no matter how behind you are. Today there was just no spirit. No?
The spirit was there, but I wouldn't have given up had it not been like the dead end for me. I wouldn't have given up.
We haven't seen you give up so far, but today was just not your day. And since morning I've repeatedly said, do not come last. Because the person who comes last will not be going forward for the final task and not be fighting for the grand prize. Sorry, Sanya, your journey will end here. But you won't go empty-handed. We've got a fabulous prize from Swatch, completely Swiss-made, gifted by Switzerland Tourism. You're going to get one of those.
Brilliant. Like, she's such a kid. She's so happy, and she's like all bubbly.
I think she's been fighting out all this while, and today also she gave her 100%.
I never expected to come so far, but I didn't give up till the end. It's been a life-changing experience, new things in my head, new plans for my life, and I just love Switzerland. I would come here every single year and go back reloaded, recharged.
This is Sanya. Oh my god, it's like, I'm so cute, it's not even funny. But first,
Let's take a selfie. Mommy, Daddy, I'm coming home. Not very excited to go home though, but yeah, I'm coming home.
Welcome to the grand finale of the Jabong Online Fashion Week. The mentors are here, the winners are all getting ready, and they have an excited audience.
The mighty Alps, bathing in the golden morning sun. Parts of the mountain white through the year, while some of them reveal their craggy face, holding glaciers in their arms. One such glacier is the setting of Swiss-made challenge finale task. Together with Eiger and Monch, the Jungfrau form a massive wall overlooking the Bernese Oberland and the Swiss Plateau. One of the most spectacular sights of the Swiss Alps. The rail trip to the top of the Jungfrau is one of the most memorable and expensive. Besides being the only way to get to the top, it's got a rather unique history. And what a glorious day to be taking this journey. The excitement in the air has passed on to the entire crew. This line was completed in 1912 and will eventually take us to the highest railway station in all of Europe at a height of over 11,000 feet. So hold your breath and be a part of the final set of tasks, for the one who survives them will be the winner of Swiss Made Challenge.
The last time we were on a mountain, Glacier 3000, I almost got eliminated. And this time it's again a mountain and I'm like, oh, this is not happening.
Since this is the finale, this is not going to be a joke. This is going to test me and Anamika to our core, and
We are under pressure. Me and Akash are very quiet. We are very focused right now. Although I'm feeling very suffocated, I don't know how Akash is feeling.
The train is going inside Mount Eiger. To be on top of this mountain, is a personal dream of mine. While most other travelers go through the entire journey in the tunnel, the Swiss Made Challenge team has pulled favors and made special arrangements for the task.
friendship is on one side now, and getting this title is one thing.
The one guy I always considered my ultimate competition.
Anamika herself is a very tough competitor. She won't really think twice before taking me down.
Roller coaster versus solid mountain. It's like, I don't know what's gonna happen.
The journey of Swiss Made Challenge is coming to an end. This is going to be the final check-in point for the final two challengers. Akash, Anamika, you guys were at first and second position in the very first task, and the two of you are finishing last. But one of you will get the grand prize. We are in a 9-kilometer long tunnel in the Eiger on the north face. We are stopping at 3 kilometers, which is at a height of 2,800 meters. First and foremost, guys, you are on a mountain that millions from around the world want to come to. You're getting this opportunity, respect it. Stay cool, keep warm, good luck.
We're going higher, ears popping, hearts thumping, and suddenly, right in the middle of the tunnel, the train stops. And we are told to get out. And I'm like, hold on. Aren't we supposed to go up? Why are we stopped in the tunnel, in the middle of a freaking tunnel? It's dark here.
1 second, sir. Jacket.
And it was a small cavity, kind of a cave, and the crew suddenly vanished into the darkness. Now it was getting really scary.
We are the only people who get out, and then the train moves on. And now we are in the middle of a tunnel.
So at this point I thought that we have to walk uphill in the tunnel and reach the destination, which is 3 kilometers ahead. I was like, no, we are dead.
And this is the north face of Mount Eiger. A lantern light in a tunnel inside Mount Eiger, waiting for our task to begin.
Your time starts now.
Swiss Made Challenge 4 in the shadow of the mighty Bernese Alps. 9.3 kilometers from Kleinscheidegg to the highest railway station in Europe at Jungfrau Joch. The last train journey for Akash and Anamika, and an epic one at that.
This is a dream task for anybody who's made it to the finale of Swiss Made Challenge. They will be hanging 600 meters above ground on the north face of the Eiger. The challengers need to abseil down a certain distance, pick up 1 flag, 2 crystals using ice axe, come back up in the minimum amount of time.
Everything comes down to this, and it's time. I can literally feel my heart, like I can hear it go.
I want to prove myself. It's not about proving the world, it's not about proving other challenges. I just want to just prove myself that I'm better in doing this than others. There's a small wooden door. I open this wooden door, and as soon as I open it, there's this huge wind comes.
Akash, beautiful day.
Yes.
And the most gorgeous mountain in Switzerland. You can't come here and not be on the Eiger. It's a golden opportunity.
I looked up and it went till infinity, and it was a very scary moment.
Your task is really simple. You need to abseil down. You have to find 1 flag and 2 of these crystals. Using your ice axe, you need to come back up.
1 flag, 2 crystals.
Got it? Your time starts now.
So when I started moving really fast, the rope got stuck and I fell in the snow. Now it was time to do the toughest part, which is the uphill climb. The snow was really soft, and like my foot just went inside the snow, couldn't really grip the snow, and I was actually slipping a lot, but somehow I managed to climb back to Neha.
1 flag and 2 crystals. Well done.
Eiger and getting to do any kind of mountain climbing on the north face is a dream come true for many trekkies and many mountaineers in the world. And then I forget to use my ice fixer. I'm struggling to climb back up for a few seconds. All I'm doing is scrambling on the mountainside and just shoving snow here and there. I'm sure Akash has done better. Even if he hasn't, doesn't matter. This task is over. I'll get to know pretty soon, and there's one more task to go. I will have to do better than this one.
1 flag and 2 crystals.
This task was just for a time advantage. It can't possibly be that easy to reach the final check-in point. Back onto the trains that runs almost entirely within the Jungfrau Tunnel, built inside the Eiger and Mont mountains.
Suddenly we see an end to this tunnel, and as soon as we walk out, there's an endless layer of snow.
The snow is the Great Electric Gletscher or Electric Glacier. Its landmark, Sphinx, one of the highest observatories in the world. But that's not the only record here. This is the largest glacier in the Alps, covering more than 120 square kilometers. The final battleground on Swiss-made Challenge 4.
This task location is dangerous. It's marked off as a place where tourists cannot come. So to even reach this area, me, Akash and the crew had to be roped together. It's time for the final task.
Akash, Anamika, the two final challengers in the Swiss Made Challenge. This is your last task. You get to your finish line and you take home a holiday completely paid for 4 people.
Now it's the end. This is the culmination of the whole entire journey. Me versus Akash for the top prize. He's the only person standing in the way of me and my family going to Switzerland.
You are on top of the biggest glacier in Europe, a Lecce Glacier. Both of you have equally marked areas with these 6 flags, the yellow flags. Inside them somewhere are 2 backpacks, one each. Use this metal probe. When you put it in the snow, you'll hit hard, you'll find out. As soon as you hit hard, use the shovel. You both have 1 shovel each. Remove the snow, wear the backpack, and then you need to come on top of the ridge where I'll be waiting for you.
Since this is the finale, it's not going to be a joke. This is going to test me and Anamika to our core.
Up there, the temperature will be -10 degrees because of the wind chill. Don't make me wait too long, but don't break any rules. At no point on snow can you remove the rope. These are your areas. Akash, you go first. 24 seconds later, Anamika, you go.
In Swiss Made Challenge Season 4, we have seen that advantages are generally disadvantages and people who get advantages come last in challenges.
Alright, you can see the bad weather's coming in. We need to move now. Okay, Akash, your time starts now.
I must admit, I'm scared.
In the shadow of the mighty Jungfrau, covered with eternal snow, is the Lecce Glacier. The Jungfrau Lecce area is a World Heritage Site since 2001.
The final task of Swiss Made Challenge. This is it for the 2 final challengers. We're on top of the biggest glacier in Europe, a Lecce Glacier. We've marked out 2 areas with 6 flags. Both of them will get 1 probe that he's fixing and 1 shovel each. They need to find a backpack, put it on their backs and come right on top of that ridge where I'll be waiting for the winner.
This is what Swiss Made Challenge is all about. It's not about speed because you'll run out of breath. It's not about strength because you'll run out of strength. It's all about staying calm and focusing on what has to be done to win this task, and that's it.
The one who wins this task takes away all the glory and the title of the winner of Swiss Made Challenge Season 4.
Akash, your time starts now!
They will have to fight tooth and nail, use their physical and mental strengths to endure the grand finale task.
As soon as we stepped on the snow, my foot went at least a foot and a foot and a half inside the snow. The temperature was around 2 degrees Celsius.
24 seconds have passed and I enter my area. And I pick up my snow probe and I start poking into the snow. I don't have a feel for this. It's cold and I'm very, very nervous at this point of time because I want to do this. I just want to find that backpack. I want to be the first person to reach Neha. I want to pluck that flag and I have to win this thing.
Since it's all snow, there's very less oxygen. So if you try moving really fast, you tend to run out of breath very soon. Mentally, it affected you so much that, you were telling yourself that, man, this is going to kill you today.
Suddenly, I dig my probe in and I feel something solid. So I take my shovel and I start shoveling. It takes a lot of strength and it's very cold. And I'm shoveling and suddenly it just, I don't know, I get this doubt. Am I actually wasting my time digging at the wrong place?
I think Anamika started doing it really fast.
So now I'm confused.
My probe got stuck somewhere. At that point, I had to understand that there's something here. So I quietly started digging. And suddenly I see a small black back strap and I got my hand inside the snow and I held on to something and I pulled it back and wow, to my luck, that was the bag.
And I look on the left and Akash is so happy.
Challenge, I'm coming!
He's already got the backpack and I'm still just digging in the snow. And I just want to like keep digging and just do my task, but I suddenly get a sinking feeling that
Now the main task came in where I had to do that uphill steep climbing. It was a 90-degree elevation, which was like next to impossible.
I see Akash running up the slope. He's now halfway there. I'm still digging. He's almost reached. I'm still digging.
Since I knew that my leg don't have the strength to push me up, I have to use my arm strength to pull me up. The snow was crazily soft at that end. I couldn't really get a grip and move ahead.
He's at the top and he's reached Neha and I'm still digging.
It's not always so lonely on the top. Don't you feel like the whole world is with you when you're on top of Europe? You've gone through 2 grueling weeks across Switzerland, yes, and you are the winner of Swiss Challenge! Anamika, that close to the finish line, just not a good day today. You've been a fighter, you've been one of the best challengers, you've put yourself out there and you've done really well. You are a true winner.
Ever since my first day at Swiss Made Challenge, I knew in my mind this is gonna be tremendous. The places I've been to, oh God, I've crossed off so many things from my bucket list. There are a lot of hot guys in Switzerland. My God, I mean, wow. The incredible unpredictability of this format of this show. So interesting when you don't know what to expect, when you don't know where you're going. Every day is a surprise. This is what you're gonna do today. Amazing and one of the best experiences I've had in my life.
Swiss Made Challenge is one of those experiences which I will always remember my whole life. Because I've learned one thing in this journey is that life is short and live at large. In these 20 days I actually lived 18 years of my life. From places where we were wearing shorts and shirt to suddenly going into 5 layers of clothes. This experience indeed has been one of the most craziest life-changing experiences. When people thought that I'm all muscles and no brains, I did tasks which require a lot of brains and proved them wrong. I am more clear about my life definitions and what I want to do in my life. I think adventure is one place which belongs to me. Swiss Made Challenge gave me that experience. This journey has been crazy and I think that was a moment for me and I wanted to live that moment, and I think I shouted on top of my voice, I howled, I jumped. That was my moment, and trust me, I've worked my ass off to reach to that point. So no one could take that away from me.
Another fantastic season of Swiss Made Challenge finally comes to an end. And we have Akash and Anamika. You've been 2 great competitors right from the beginning. Anamika, your spirit is commendable. You've gone right at the bottom and come back on top. And we salute you for that.
Thank you so much.
Fantastic.
Good job!
Akash, we've loved your sportsmanship. You have a great spirit. You're a great team player. You helped Sanya even when she was your opponent. You've been a gentleman. You're a true deserving winner of the Swiss Made Challenge. Anamika?
Yes.
You're going to go back home with a whole lot of memories. 1,500 kilometers across Switzerland. You've seen the lakes, you've seen the mountains, you've seen the snow. You're going to go back home with a whole lot of memories. 1,500 kilometers across Switzerland. You've seen the lakes, you've seen the mountains, you've seen the snow. It's a fantastic watch. Completely Swiss made.
Yes.
Gifted by...
Can I have a red one?
Sure, you can have a red one, gifted by Switzerland Tourism. And Akash,
Yes.
you get the grand prize. An all paid for holiday for 4 people to Switzerland. And finally, on top of Europe, with snow coming down, another season of Swiss Made Challenge comes to an end with my favorite question. Are you game?
Yes, we are!
Thank you, Swiss Made Challenge, and thank you, Swiss Tourism, and thank you, everybody, and thank you.
You guys are fantastic.